seamless integration of cutting-edge technology. Experience the future of connectivity, effortless and intuitive, making content creation effortless. Unlock the transformative potential with Zazmic. With a global force of 450 experts across 50+ countries, we excel in DevOps, AI ML, migrations and cloud infrastructure. Top-notch certifications back our suite of services led by Google Cloud Premier Partnership. Revolutionize your business today with Zazmic.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for sticking with us for the third and final session in this series. I am Sean Wilkerson from Zazmic, and with me is JJ, Principal Advisor of our Data Analytics practice. At Zazmic, we help enterprises modern their data and analytics platforms and unlock business value with AI. JJ's background is all about operationalizing analytics, making sure teams just don't look at metrics, but actually act upon them. Please keep in mind, if questions do come up, there is a question and answer link at the bottom of your screen. We'll make sure to follow up with your answers very promptly. For anyone joining us for the first time, here's a quick intro into Zazmic. Zazmic is a Google Cloud Premier Partner serving 500+ customers with a 400+ person engineering team across AI research, data science, and solution architecture. We're working across multiple languages and all the time zones. The diversity of talent and perspective is what lets us do what we do today. Turn real, messy business data into insights that are interpretable, actionable, and proactive. We use core Google Cloud technologies like BigQuery and Vertex AI to power intelligent agents that run raw data into smarter decisions. Today's examples are in sales analytics, but the same patterns extend into marketing, finance, and operations, anywhere decisions depend upon data. And again, just as a reminder, there's a question form at the bottom of the webinar screen. Drop your questions in at any time and we'll respond promptly. JJ, can you remind everyone about what this webinar series is all about?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Sean. Thanks for that wonderful intro. This series is about Agentic Analytics, helping organize, capture the domain-specific knowledge needed for analytics, and then use it to power real day-to-day decision-making. We focus on sales analytics, like Sean said, and across the 3 sessions, we've covered forecast accuracy and reconciliation, how to use Agentic AI to reconcile top-down target and bottom-up pipelines. Last session, we've covered sales pipeline, bottleneck detection, and rep performance, understanding where the deals get stuck and how rep behavior affects them. Today, we are going to look at engagement effectiveness, how quality, channel mix, and timing of engagement actually influence pipeline and revenue. By the end of this session, you will see how AI agents help you skip a lot of usual analytics friction, extra data prep, coding, and manual dashboard work to get into insights faster so you can take decision and iterate much more quicker than before.
So for the last session, we're going to focus on how effective your sales engagement really is, not just how much activity you have. JJ, what will the people learn in this session?
In this part of the session, we're zooming into something every GTM leader feels. Like, we've got a lot of sales activity, but we're not always sure if it's the right activity. Instead of just asking how many calls, emails did we send, we're going to look at the effectiveness of those engagement activities and how those touches actually influence the pipeline and the revenue. We'll show how AI analytics agent can sit on top of your CRM data in a database like BigQuery and answer questions like what engagement patterns lead to higher win rate, what channels actually move deals forward, and what does rep behavior relate to quota attainment. And we'll do it live by asking natural questions, no SQL or data prep, right? You'll see that in the demo. Before we jump into the demo, let me give a quick refresher on the architecture and the data model behind it. At a high level, here is what's happening behind the scenes. We start with your CRM and engagement data, Salesforce, HubSpot, or whatever system that you're using. We pull opportunities, activities, reps, and accounts information into a clean data store in BigQuery. On top of that, we have our AI agent sitting. The AI agent has got the business context memory about your business context, run the right analysis, and explain the results back to you in plain language. Let me show you the data tables we are using for today's demo. For today's demo, we're using a simplified version of the whole CRM data model. Most of the data sets are same as what you've seen in the previous session. For this session, we've added one new piece, an engagement activity data set that contains details about the engagement events, like your calls, emails, meetings, and other tasks. We can join the engagement table to the sales rep table so that we know which activity belongs to which rep. We can join the engagement activity data sets to opportunities to see which opportunity is driving those activities. Now let's look at the type of analysis we are going to do in the demo. With that architecture and model in place, here are 5 analyses we are going to explore in this demo session today. First one is engagement volume versus win rate. We look at engagement bands, low, medium, high engagement levels, and compare how win rates across those various bands it looks like, whether more meaningful touches actually lift the win rate, or where in the funnel is an extra effort needed to kind of push the deals forward. From there, you can set minimum touch thresholds and coach reps towards deeper engagement on fewer, better deals, not just more open opportunities. Second analysis that we're going to see today is channel mix effectiveness, calls, emails, and meetings. We analyze the channel mix behind successful stage moves, what's present when deals move from discovery to proposal or from negotiation to close one. Instead of just counting activities, we see which activities are essential for moving the deals forward. And the next one after that, we'll look at rep engagement versus quota attainment. We correlate how reps engage with their pipeline, activities per opportunity, consistency of follow-ups, and how that correlates to their quota attainment. Fourth, we're looking at timing, how fast the first meaningful touch happens after a state change, and how that affects days to close and win rate. Finally, we identify where deals stall and compare customer-facing engagements, calls, meetings, and emails between stalled deals and progressing deals. In the live demo, we'll talk through each of these analyses as natural conversation with AI agents. Let's go to the demo. All right, let's start the demo. Let's start by asking our agent a question. Show me how engagement activity volume impacts win rate across the sales pipeline. And let's see what we get. Okay, our agent ran the query on our CRM data in BigQuery database and gave us this view of win rate by engagement band across each stages. And you can see that engagement opportunities with engagement activities, more than 8 engagement activities, which is the high engagement band, is doing really well. What we're seeing is pretty clear. Deals with more activity win a lot more often, especially early in the funnel. In qualification, opportunities with 8 or more activities are winning about 60% of the time, while low engagement deals with fewer than 3 activities are down below 30%. And if you look at the chart, gap between those stays pretty steady as we move through the discovery and proposal. So the high engagement deals are roughly 2 times more likely to close than low engagement ones. Even by negotiation stage, the pattern holds. High engagement deals are still winning a little over 50% of the time, compared to the high 20s for low engagement deals. Also, notice that our agent also identified top reps logs about 2x more activities per opportunity than everyone else. That's interesting. So quickly, agent was able to give us insights from this data, and the takeaway here is simple. Early steady engagement beats late burst of activity every time. So let's move on to the second question. Which engagement channels, calls, emails, meetings are most effective in moving deals forward? Okay, let's look at the breakdown. You can see meetings drive 75% of the successful shift from discovery to proposal stages. So meeting kind of dominates that stage transition. While when it comes to negotiation to close one, the pattern shifts. Calls becomes the critical channel for closing from negotiation stage. That's interesting. And you can also see emails are more prevalent in early transitions, but less so in later stages. So the key takeaway here is meetings to progress in the middle stages, calls to push the deals over the finish line in the later stages, emails mainly to support the early stage interactions. Let's look at the next one now. I'm going to ask, how does the rep engagement behavior correlate with quota attainment? And let's see what we get. Okay, great. Now, notice that I did not ask this in the question, but our agent grouped reps into engagement bands and then compared quota attainment of each of those bands. Reps in the highest engagement band are averaging around 121% of quota attainment, 16 activities per opportunity. That's about 3x activities than reps in the lowest quartile, and their quota attainment is at around 70%. So this is exactly the kind of patterns or insights that you need to take the next action, right? Let's ask the next one. What is the impact of engagement timing on deal velocity? Okay. So when reps reach out to customers within 0 to 2 days, those opportunities close faster. No, less than a month. And win more often, like 62% of the time, compared to opportunities that if the first contact slips out of that 10 days window, median time to close jumps roughly 50 days. Win rate drops to low 40s. So the insight here is the timing of the first engagement or first touch point is a powerful lever for the sales team. Now, finally, let's ask where the deals are stalling. So I'm going to ask the agent, where are the deals stalling and what engagement patterns are present in the data. And let's see what we get. Okay, looks like there's a clear pattern here. So what we are seeing here is the stalled deal sits in proposal stage for almost twice as long as the one that are not stalled. And then when we look at the next level of the details, the pattern is clear. Stalled deals have fewer meetings and fewer customer emails. And stalled deals also show a lot of internal task activity. So the pattern is clear. When you see an opportunity in the proposal stage with a lot of internal task activity, but few meetings or emails, that's an early warning sign that the opportunity is at risk. So across these examples, you've seen a repeatable pattern of AI-driven sales analytics. The goal of this demo is to show what becomes possible when analytics is powered by an AI agent that has the business context. You get faster answers to deeper questions. You delegate a lot of overhead tasks to the agent. More time is spent on flow state of questioning or forming an hypothesis, get insights and make decisions, rather than overhead tasks like creating dashboards, writing scripts, or handling spreadsheet calculations. And that's a more intuitive way for business leaders to focus on their business and keep moving forward by taking insightsful, insights-driven decisions. That's for the demo. Let's go back to Sean. Sean, back to you.
Thanks, JJ. That was fantastic. Now, to close things out, let me share how Zazmic can help your organization move from traditional analytics to AI-powered agents. Our role is to help you take the first steps towards this future responsibly. We start by assessing data readiness, where your CRM and activity data live, and how clean and connected they are. Then we worked with you to build contextual models that you saw today. Metrics, definitions, and relationships that reflect your business. Finally, we introduce AI agents that operate safely within your environment so that your team can ask questions and get the analytics without losing control over the data or the logic. The goal is to not replace your team. It is to amplify them so your best people can do more of the high-valued work and let the agents handle the respective analysis. And for those who want to see this applied in your own data, we're offering a complimentary AI analytics workshop. In this workshop, we'll review your current data landscape and show you where AI agents can deliver immediate impact. This Google-funded AI analytics workshop is designed for companies like yours to quickly lay the technical groundwork and outline solutions for current or upcoming AI analytics projects. We can also explore additional Google funding mechanisms to support your development. This is the fastest, low-risk way to move from conversation to concrete strategy. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I believe is the most important piece here, is the actual follow-up. What you've heard today, you've heard this kind of it's painted with a broad brush, so to speak. This next call, well, I'm going to be reaching out to you to set up a call where we can actually talk about your specific use case. Like, what is it that you're doing? What is it that you would like to do? And then we can take that into action. So again, we'll be following up with each one of you today to set up time. So again, we can talk about your specific use cases, your specific needs.
Thank you for being part of this 3-part webinar. We'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or ideas, or how this could fit into your business.
Again, thank you, everyone, and thanks for being with us through this series. If you missed any sessions, please make sure that you watch the recordings. Again, I will be reaching out to you to set up time to talk about your individual, your organization's specific use case, your specific needs. If you need a copy of the 2 previous recordings, just reply back to that email, and I'll make sure to get that over to you promptly. Thank you so much, and have a great day.